guess if they do, if they like, what's the vehicle for lifesteal gonna?
10 seconds
Not gonna
remaining.
go blink and like, oh, pops out. Burst down attack.
5 seconds remaining.
Might work for a short period of time. Enough health to withstand that, and then that issue. But yeah, you have a decent amount of magic damage, but it's thunder right through that. It's especially considering that there's not actually a lot of control, like stuns, on the side of HellRaisers.
But that's the thing. It's like they have no team fight. They have like all the heroes are so immobile as well on the map. They all have to like plod everywhere. There's no void spread. There's no quap or anything like that, right? So to actually gank this Terrorblade, there's no quick movement across the map to pick him off. They don't have great tower push. I guess it's okay, but I feel like there's so many things they lack going into the draft with their last pick.
Radiant team ban.
It's gonna be hard to find a hero that ticks all those boxes.
Yeah, I mean, there is not going to be a hero that ticks every single box that they need. So they need to decide which box they need ticking. And I feel like the magic damage is the most important part to be killing the Terrorblade. I actually think something like Void Spirit or Zeus is probably like my go-to
10
here,
seconds remaining.
I would say.
Puck would have been another, but they actually
5 seconds remaining.
classic burst. Gonna be joining us. Puzzles also.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I think they're trying to ban the heroes that have, because they don't have any stuns, like we were saying, right? I mean, Underlord's annoying for the puck, but Lift's annoying, but they don't have the damage to kill the puck quickly enough either. I still think the TA is an option for Dendi this game. It's a little bit greedy. They might want something a little bit more tempo-based.
Dire team pick.
There's the magic damage in the tiny.
Back to the Dendi Viper.
They could. I mean, it's not awful. They could. I'd like something that plays the map a little bit quicker, but Viper's a little bit more static.
Does give you that little break. Which
5 seconds remaining.
That all just a slow. Right now, that's the one big damage. HellRaisers. First, it's their turn to pick up that mid hero of choice.
I still just look at the Zeus and Void Spirit as the main two for me, especially because they've banned the puck as well. I feel like the Void Spirit goes up in priority.
Pick an alchemist, something else.
Pick.
Yeah.
Void.
Dude, look, I want to leave. Like, it's not going to get better than this, you know?
Alright, I'm done. I've won Dota. I've won drafted.
We start on a high. Let's just go home.
Yes. Can't do that to me, man.
10 seconds remaining.
I'll never be able to pull that cancel.
And I still think TA looks really good now. And they stack up the minus armor. Like, you get this really good BKB timing on the TA as well, with like Deso BKB, Blink, Deso, BKB.
Yep.
In whatever order, but
Not gonna be so active with that. Mirana and Slaughter, they're gonna start running around tons of stuff.
yeah. Because Ember's banned as well, which would have been another one to look at.
Green can also scout. So much ability to create space.
Maybe SF or something as well, but they get D.
You may now select
That works too, doesn't it? At least when it comes to... Alright, we're just gonna run at towers.
Well, my only problem with this is, yes, it works really well with the slider, but now they have these two really long cooldowns to play around. Whereas something like the TA is more, I can fight all the time kind of hero, right? Because they have meta and they have exorcism now. And they're probably going to want to wait for both in the fights before they go. The silence is really good this game, though, on the DP. Like, it's insanely good. And they don't have a lot of damage on HellRaisers, so I really struggle to see how they're going to kill a Slider, Terrorblade, and the Death Prophet in their lineup.
Especially once DP gets a few items.
Yeah. Yeah, What score have HellRaisers got in this group stage so far? Let me have a look. They're 2-2. So they went 1-0 with Viking and Mud Golems. Pretty good. So the results suggest HellRaisers, but I much prefer the bait draft. You know what? First win for bait. I'm in on it.
It's kind of hard
I'm
to
all
make the
in.
argument for HellRaisers outside of. I mean, if they win the lanes, Lifestealer might be hard to kill than they bargain for, and the Void Spirit is always one that I flag as, alright, this you can just take over the entire game. Or hard to catch. There's a solution for the silence at the brought out. But yeah, beyond that, I'm more on your side than I am on, well, more on Baited side as well than I am on HellRaisers. Well, despite all the stats that tell us that Baited is not doing too well and Razors are the most recent.
They do have heroes that do have just the potential to pop off, like the Ench and the Void Spirit things.
I admit nothing
HellRaisers,
but my sadness that you're gone.
Alright, game number 1 in this 2-game series. One of 4 games that Baited playing today. After this, you play against Empire, and they need to put some points on the board. Set that early if you want to check out the standings on the or whatnot. They're sitting at 0 and 8 right now. I have not won a single map so far. But with this draft, I mean, probably the best chance that they've got.
I'll tell you what, DJ, I've been learning how to do obs for the first time ever recently. Like, just trying to just casually learn and stuff. And it's made my viewing experience in game so much better. Because I can actually move around the map quicker and things.
Okay.
It's very exciting for me.
So you're saying that actually seeing what's going on helps you catch?
It does, yeah. I know that's a shock.
That is a big shock, actually. I had no
30
idea.
seconds to battle.
I like this ward that the Void Spirit's put down around the mid lane. You just see just to the north. So he wants to be able to see this Mirana rotating towards the mid lane. And a lot of the time they put it on the hill, the observer ward, which is easy to to notice and deward, right? A lot of people check for wards and stuff there, but this one's a lot harder to find. And it also sees the 4-minute runes.
The battle
They cut a tree for
begins.
that?
Yeah, he did.
I noticed that, but for you to notice that, you have to have vision up there yourself, and don't necessarily make those kind of deep rotations. Yeah, I like it too. Counter ward on the other side on this classic high ground. Pillar.
Oh, so Ench is going to start bot to see if they can get a first blood. And then she's going to rotate away after. So the Radiant heroes need to be calling top that the Ench is missing.
One of the things about terrible.
They want to kill Crystallis now before while he has the meta going.
Crystal's already with meta is right into the trees when Nongrada's already waiting. He's trying to TP out and still tanky enough to actually make it.
That's really
the problem.
bad.
That's the problem when you only have physical damage to finish him off. He is starting with 11 armor.
And that's going to be their worst enemy for the rest of this game, the TP scroll, so they might as well get used to it.
Yeah. That's such a big save as well, because if you die there as Crystallis, not only do you have to give a first blood, but you also don't have mana. Try and dominate it.
Exactly. It's a horrible. It would be a horrible situation to be in.
Lane. AP versus Kastani. Void Spirit doing quite well so far, 6 and 2.
I'm interested to see what skill build he goes for on tree. Because I've seen some go like 1-4-2 and they max leech sheet early on, but I feel like this game he's going to put more points in living armor just to keep the towers and keep people alive.
Would make sense. And just adding more survivable Terrorblade if you need. Dandy. Potentially here once Void Spirit hits level 6. A little bit tricky here.
Does she have a salve coming out? Yes, she does. Okay. Oh no, more tangos. I mean, lane's going really well for HellRaisers. This is mental.
What about this top lane? Heroes. It's so annoying just to play against him. Can't really deal with her, sure. I mean, 5 up on the Mirana, you can kind of click back, but you're never gonna win these trades.
Yeah, I mean, if you had to choose a patch to lane when you had to lane against Ench, you choose none of them because literally every single patch that you have to lane against Ench is horrendous. It's absolutely awful. This hero is so good in the laning stage. Like it falls off later on, but having to deal with this at the moment is awful.
Yeah.
It's one of my most hated heroes just because of how awful the laning stage is.
Click, click, click. Nothing else. Ratio? Hold the
Thracia, yeah.
Yeah, he's having time of his life, 62. Up there.
Yep.
12 and 1 though, still on last hero. Well enough.
I love that he's gone for the early chainmail as well up against this, in this lane up against the Slardar. It's really important he has that physical damage resistance up against Bash.
Trying to do a bit of damage back here, but with the enchant slow, just in case. Not the rage just yet, but can always turn around. It was a bit dangerous against Lada though.
I'm just looking at this bot lane and yeah, Fanny's going to TP away here now, but I mean, Chrysalis has not been having a nice time down here.
Radiant
Underlord has, when he gets that second point in Atrophiora especially, he's basically just going to secure every single CS for himself.
Bit of a respite now with Phonic T.
That should help.
Void Spirit gets the 4-minute rune as well in the DD. So
Will
he
gets
level
also the
6,
4-minute bounce rule still there. Turns out.
Oh, some teams do this though. I know OG are big fans of this, where they leave that bounty rune in case like some mid heroes love getting an early bottle and they go and get the free refill.
It is a bit dangerous.
Because he gets the DD rune though, it's like whatever.
Oh,
Right?
yeah. If it's not being stolen, if no one's finding their way back there.
Top lane as well. Slardar.
Quite low here, trying to make the big plays. The crush comes through and lifestealer, but now he has the rage to try and chase. The last right click was enough for Nongrata. First blood being drawn. Up still committed here against the Ratio. Keeping forward, gets another couple of right clicks in, but without the Starstorm or anything. There's not going to be enough damage. No leap forward, but that's the last one. The slow is real, and it's going to be a second kill, or is it? Yes, it is indeed. But Dandy with rotation through will get the counter, and he claimed the bounty. Absolute worth. Absolute worth. Especially if he gets Nongrata here, actually, but he does not want to dive the tap. Probably could have. I mean, another crit storm was going to be available with Spectre.
Oh, he actually hasn't taken a point in Aether Remnant on the Void Spirit. That's interesting. I feel like... Do you not have to... I guess this build like that he's going for is really good for helping you farm and whatnot, right? But in terms of finding kills on the map, like I look at this, he has this DD rune and he's like, oh my god, I could just kill anybody I wanted on the map. Because he doesn't have Aether Remnant, it makes it so much harder. Bot lane as well. Oh, Fishman's getting low.
As long as he's be friends with him,
middle tower is under
hard to track him down.
Yeah, he's... this hero's so annoying to play against Tree. It's one of my favourite heroes to pick in pubs at the moment, because you sit in the side of the map, and you just push lanes out with the Nature's Grass. Over and over again.
Gonna go Meteor Hammer as well this game.
Yeah. Oh, mid. He's gonna go with the Astral Step.
Oh god. That's from that.
I
Who needs Ether Remnants, you know?
I should have said hero names rather than the place, don't worry. It's my bad. Oh god, this voice whip. Oh, he has no more Astral Steps, otherwise TV was dead.
This rune though, Invis and DD left for a couple of seconds.
Dire's middle tower
Yes, an Astral Step in 5 as well.
It's gonna be enough damage for Crystals. Together with the 4 points up on Resonant Pulse, it's a decent burst.
He needs a
I'm gonna give it a shot. Not gonna be enough, is it? No.
Surely there's no way you start with Astral Step if you're gonna try and kill. I guess if he's just bullying him, then it's fine, but do you not start with Dissimulate there? No.
Oh well. Did he get the creeps though?
This top lane's a disaster over Radiant side. This Salad's almost level 5, but Lifestealer's level 6. So, where this is normally a good lane matchup for the Slardar, and he's fallen so far behind now. This Ench has just won the lane. Doesn't matter what the quarter core is. Void Spirit.
Ah, there we go again.
It seems you don't
I even called the hero name this time.
Where are you going?
Well,
they're
they're
go
gonna
down
try
the side.
again. Last hero with a stun from the Enchantress Conqueror.
Radiant's middle tower is under
More right
attack.
clicks, but the crush comes through as the Peach was not
Wow, they're
blocked
diving.
in time and going in very deep here with the voice, but also rotating in. Nice assimilate right in front of last hero here. Fishman can only watch, gets stunned up himself, but he's already inside the tree, so he does maintain the free pathing. He'll be fine. Meanwhile, 5 up, getting that courier, but will probably lose his own life. Has one more leap. Gonna be enough to cross the trees. I mean, don't really think so. Healing screen now for Xanis. He just refuses to leave this side of the map.
I kind of don't want to change to net worth because I think I might cry.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I can leave it up for another minute or so.
I was gonna say, I'm leaving the CS up and I'm like, yeah, this doesn't look good, but like, it's not awful. And then I see that they're 2k net worth up on the dire side already, and I'm like, oh, okay.
All of these early kids, especially on the 4 heroes. I mean, Nani, top of the net worth chart right now. Diarachi are also those kills. That's all the losses that they're getting.
Radiant's top
Both of them
tower
ahead of
is
Denny
under
right now.
attack.
Where did Dendi use Exorcism?
Oh,
I missed that
Did.
completely.
well, maybe it was a misclick. It didn't do much, apparently, at least not to the tower. So.
Yeah, I mean, if we didn't see our bot lane god, last hero again,
Absolutely.
he's yay.
Radiant's
Absolutely.
middle tower is under
Okay.
attack.
Sometimes you just have to believe. If you didn't believe enough, that's my reason. Big zap from
Radiant's
Rubik
bottom
getting a
tower
kill. Meanwhile,
is under
Kasani,
attack.
oh, guess what he's doing? Diving behind tier 1 tower. Does have the Astral Step plus the extra nuke and pops.
Radiant's middle tower is
Top
under
lane as well, they
attack.
tried to go on the life stealer, but he just
Radiant
invested in a creep and ran
structures
away.
are fortified.
Oh,
High
the
intent
Tira can
action
do that?
gameplay.
Radiant's
Yeah.
bottom tower
So
is
unfair.
under attack.
Quick quest to Morana.
The Nymphs still hunting for something else behind the lines. Baccio, they're just denying this area to Chrysalis, who's trying to farm up here, but now Dandy with another exorcism coming through, and the roots keeps them in place.
Yes,
A little
no
bit long
infest.
life steal, no infest, no rage. He'll go down as there's a stolen root actually from Lil to the retreat of the rest of them.
mean-
So this time Baited come out in full force.
They need to get more from this, so they've popped Exorcism and Meta. Like, they have the catapult wave mid now, so they might be able to try and get the tier 1, but they have to really push for it here. And Underlord's going to start walking over with the 4 points in Firestorm, and it's like, oh, it's a little bit more
Dire's
difficult
middle
now.
tower is under attack.
This is kind of area that Void Spirit at this stage of the game does not want to go in, but if you see someone isolated like this, you do take that jump. Don't want to go on a
Now
5-on-5, but the Fishman is sitting there all by himself on the side of the fight. Easy kills, so don't even get a lot of damage on this tower now.
And now they're not going to be able to take fights until they have Exorcism again. Look, Rubik has more net worth than the TB and the Slardar. What's happened this game?
Are fortified.
Don't say that. It's demoralizing.
I didn't mean it, sorry.
Well, now farming on the top side of the map, or continuing to farm up here. We'll just focus on his mid tower currently. At least he's getting some space. Get that farm going. One thing that they do have to do is commit for towers and bring that down in one go. Otherwise, that is going to have living armor coming. 2 points into him right now, as last hero caught. He is not going to save him here, so there's plenty of protection.
Radiant's bottom
This ladder is
tower
down
under attack.
despite the
Stolen
heal and
arrows.
silence.
Here we go!
Oh, got him!
Oh,
Oh, Fishman. Oh, you've been hooked. Speared even.
Rest easy, child.
but don't worry, because Terrorblade has a poor man's shield. Let's farm, baby.
Well, that
Radiant's
item used to be
bottom
very
tower
broken.
is under attack. Dire's top tower
He
is
needs all
under
the
attack.
defensive
Oh
capabilities.
god, no, the arrow again! Oh no.
Radiant's middle tower.
Leo's so
is
good at
under
this
attack.
hero, by the way.
Marana, yeah.
Whenever, yeah. Whenever I watch him play Rubik, it's always so much fun.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
I think he's hit more arrows
feel
than Marana, actually.
They have the ward dab behind
That's
the tower
three,
as well,
alright.
so they're going to carry on going.
We lift back. I mean, this is a bit of a tankier target.
If you'd have delayed the lift a little bit there. Where are they? Dark Rift. Oh, they're just going back to base. Okay. I was like looking around the map. Like,
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
where
Are they going?
I love
Alright.
this how good that life steal is going for as well. The stage resistance is really good up against the tree, up against the silence from the DP. Like this item's just so good in general. I was really surprised they didn't nerf it harder, because you know they added the recipe, so it makes it a little bit more expensive. I feel like it's still too good.
Kind of pure life steal.
Yeah, exactly. Oh,
Lands
arrow.
on Lil.
Radiant's
Revenge.
top tower is under
Lift back,
attack.
bit of damage. Short range arrow, he's still alive. Okay. Then almost getting him. Root over, and he's finally down, but at what cost? Slime Server. Voidspurt prevents him from looting, and he's got extra crushes, but he does get the extra step out. Take of time, but another Dissimulate ready to go right now with the extra heals from Nangrada. He'll be able to just slightly outrun the Death Prophet, but maybe not last hero. He's sprinting forward. The extra nukes coming through. He's still holding on. Bit of Dissimulate though, so this was never going to be a kill.
And again, it's the same thing. They've popped
Dire's
exorcism,
middle tower
but they're
is
not going to
under
get
attack.
anything for it.
Yeah.
So, how good is this exorcism really? Like, you want to be on the front foot taking towers with meta and exorcism, but if HellRaisers keep running at you, so they force you to use your spells on your side of the map, you don't ever achieve anything. Poor ball bait.
We've been talking about how they need to go on some hunting trips between Anna and Slana, but we've not seen any of that. They've been on defensive this entire time. Like Diracho, he's perfectly happy pushing in tier 2 right now. I mean, sitting behind him. This
Are
is
they
14
close?
minutes in. It's 3 and 13, 7k advantage for HellRaisers.
Yeah. Are they close to anything that makes a difference for their lineup? I mean, TBS drums. DP doesn't even have her first item yet. I think she's going Yules, right? Yeah, probably.
Actually, no.
Oh my god, Crouch is almost dying to a tier 2 tower with corrosive haze.
Oh.
Jesus.
Fine. Don't need more than 1 HP.
Radiant's top tower
Dark Rift
is
coming
under
towards the
attack.
bot lane.
Diracho, I mean, he's just sitting behind the towers like, yeah, come fight me, I dare you.
Radiant's
He's not
structures
worried
are
at all.
fortified.
And Radiant are going to ignore
Radiant's
this because they
bottom
need to control
tower
at least
is
2
under
bounty
attack.
runes, so they're going to have to run top side to
Dire's
take them.
middle tower is under
So
attack.
Tree's going to try and defend this tower as much as he can, but you see them cutting through the trees with quelling blades and whatnot. They're waiting for the tree to show up.
I would be proud.
Oh, he actually maxed Nature's Ghost before living armor.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Okay.
Someone with these creeps.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
It helps with the dealing the damage, but they can't keep their towers alive as long.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, this one is a lost cause. We'll get the trade for the tier 1 top.
Dire's
This
top tower is under attack.
very thin silver lining, I guess.
Dire's
But the
top
thing is now
tower
that they can
has
take the
fallen.
bot outpost whenever they want on the Dire side as well. So before that 20-minute mark, they should try and look to do that. As an Atos on the Underlord as well to pair up with his Pit of Malice. So whoever gets caught in that
for
one.
days.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
This
attack.
will hasten my fall.
Dire's
Rules,
top
obviously.
tower
Like, if you
is
use
under
yourself
attack.
inside the pit, it's like, get rooted. Starting with a haste drum.
Shadows take us.
Catch up
Radiant's
to
courier
5 up
has
though,
been
with
killed.
Shadow coming through.
Dire's
Courier
top
beat.
tower is under attack.
Ooh. I didn't see.
Might have been
Blade of Laxity. Yeah.
blanking on a name there for a second. I was like, it is a blade, right? Yeah, a blade.
If you could rename a Dota 2 item, what would you rename it to?
Ooh. I would rename Philosopher's Stone Moneyball.
Moneyball.
I think that would be my...
You know this thing about Harry
Radiant
Potter in
are
America, they had to recall the Philosopher's Stone something
Yeah.
else. Didn't they? I heard that the other day for the first time ever.
Yeah,
And I was like, there's no way this is real.
it's Philosopher's Stone in the
Oh,
UK
I
and Sorcerer's Stone elsewhere, right? Oh, was it Sorcerer's Stone in the UK? No.
No, it's Philosopher's Stone in the UK.
Yeah.
But
In
then
the
they
US,
call
it was Sorcerer's.
Yeah.
Like Philosophers? What's that? I don't know.
Yeah. Oh dear. Look at this voice bit, by the way, just hanging around the top jungle under the ward.
Oh yeah, he's been doing nothing else.
He's like, TB, come out, wherever you are.
Dropped as well on the side of HellRaisers. Very powerful.
Radiant's courier
I will say they've
has
managed to
been
flatten
killed.
this game out though on bait. So, they've stemmed the bleeding, in a sense. They are now bleeding the same amount as they were 5 minutes ago, kind of thing.
Starting to bleed a little bit more. Triumph effect card. I don't think he has the. Ah, yes, pathing. Getting it in.
Well,
Almost got him there.
and this is why this hero is so annoying.
Barely survived the last 6 of the Firestone. He barely lives, but Halbert is now online on a Lifestealer. Anything stopping them from just taking? That's something that HellRaisers can do.
So this point I was making earlier, that their lineups are good if they come out ahead in lanes, but they miss so many
Dire's
things.
top tower
Like they don't
is
have good
under
tower
attack.
taking, they don't have good Roche taking. So it's a bit of an issue. Oh, they're going to kill the tree bot, I think. Yeah, they have the pick to make through again.
Second time's a charm.
So for them, it's like, yeah, we took this tier 2 bot, but now it's really difficult for us to carry on taking tier 2s. What were these leaps?
Not sure if that arrow hit. If it did, it was like a point blank range. Just for the damage, but hey,
Cease your restless flow.
Leap's not saving you there. Created for Crystallis on the die, ain't you? Have the
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Onyx Courier, alright.
Dire's
Well,
courier
take that out.
has been killed.
Underlord has a clumsy net, so now he can Pit of Malice.
Oh no!
Atos.
Bottom
Pit of
tower
Malice hits
is under
again,
attack.
then he uses clumsy net, then Pit of Malice
Oh
hits
no!
again. Good stuff. That's what I like to see.
Well, he's not gonna have any issues with this Dota Plus quest of like, oh yeah, hit people in root 3 times, something.
Root a hero for 20 seconds straight. Yeah, I can do that. That's fine.
Radiant's top tower is
Might not
under
be able to get
attack.
Roche, but they're still controlling huge parts of the Radiant side of the map a little.
Little
Hell
gets the
yeah.
D ward, but it's a 1 versus 3.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
It shouldn't happen, should it?
No.
This Slaughter has the blink. Last year wasn't quite there to actually use it. And
Fortune.
this is maybe the one avenue that they can come back in. HellRaisers a little bit too overconfident. They're like, oh yeah, it's control
Radiant's
the game.
top tower has fallen.
Can spread out a little bit more, but then you get blink rushed.
Mid lane, here
Not
we
a little
go.
damage is gonna try and make happen against this Underlord. He's normally very tanky, but
Radiant's
not
top
tanky
tower
enough. So
is under attack.
Noble. Not against
Radiant
for
structures
different
are
people.
fortified. Dire's
Better
middle
used
tower is under
As well, remember. This is really good.
Get down
I
to tier
actually
1
think they can
tower.
defend their I think they can defend their top tier 2 without the
Dire's
Underlord as well.
middle tower
Or they
has
could like
fallen.
root try and move into Roche or
Radiant's top
anything.
tower is under attack.
I honestly feel like the Underlord's so much of their damage and control. They should really look to try and take a fight before he's up.
Come in, try and bring down Fishman, take out that Overgrowth. He still gets it out though. Last hero with the crush on everybody and the silence. Then he now comes in with the axes and trying to chase down Nongrata. Meanwhile, Void Spirit's somewhere else entirely. You're not going to be able to chase him. And hey, guess what? Not just
This is so
Nongrata, it's
good.
also the Arachio.
Radiant's top tower.
Here we go.
Straight into Roche.
It's actually, and so this is what I mean. Like HellRaisers, although they're playing or they have played better most of the game, I just feel like if they can ever hit the fight on bait, their lineup looks really good. Oh, this Firestorm is.
What?
Oh,
Desani?
oh God!
Okay, he got Yule Star, but he's not Aegis! What? How? Oh no.
His bottom tower
Lifted up in the air, but they weren't quick enough with the clicks. So he gets the Aegis. 2 kills,
Clumsy
Dandy not long for the world either, by the looks of it here. Lil coming in to be a part of the party. And
Dire's structures are
You sought to
fortified.
bargain something of
I was just about to hyperbait it. Huh? Did somebody say comeback?
Bottom
And
tower is under
well,
attack.
I guess somebody did, and that someone is HellRaisers though.
Unfortunately, all of a sudden the meta runs out, and the exorcism starts running out, and they're like, "Oh,
Radiant's top tower has
we
been
didn't have any damage anymore."
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Almost like we
Yep.
require these spells to be good.
But if they weren't so far behind there, that fight would have been fine for them, right? But because their laning stage went so badly, they were like 9,000 net worth behind, right, or 8,000 net worth, whatever.
Radiant's middle tower is
So
under
Kasani
attack.
now just has his Ags on the Void Spirit, so TV's game's going to be really difficult. He actually has. Has he finished his mantle?
Radiant's
Sure.
middle tower has fallen.
I get the Aegis here for free, but it's Void Spirit, so that's
Radiant's
never an
middle
easy
tower
proposition if you
is
don't get
under
the chainsaw
attack.
going. Suns comes through as Fishman's caught in front. Nice little forces back up the high ground, only just. Will be. Oh, never mind. What the hell? What is this? Artillery damage. Long range up the high ground. They will lose Langrada. Somehow.
I mean, they're trying really hard on HellRaisers to fight before these big spells that come up in the meta and the exorcism. But meta's now back up again, and exorcism's up in 15. So they have to be a little bit wary here. Going high ground's really difficult for them. You might have this 10k lead, but it's really easy to throw that away when you're trying to push the high ground.
Done and dusted just yet.
So I'm looking at Crystallis on his TV, and he had Manta and Skadi queued up. He's missing the ultimate orb from the Manta, but just has Skadi queued up. So I'm really confused. That's what I was thinking, but he must have just got rid of the queue. They want the lifestealer here, but difficult to find the opening.
He gets a bash up, but counter initiation is real. Last year just gets blown to phases. They were ready for this one. Moonlight Shadow comes out. Yules on Yules. Alright, that's it.
I don't think
Yules up out, but they're not out of the room. Extra the front lines here though.
I honestly don't think the Slardar can be the one that goes in first, which I know sounds really stupid, but if the Slardar dies, the fight's over straight away, because the Slardar is enabling the TB and the Death Prophet's damage in these fights. So if he dies, there's no... They don't do enough on bait, right?
Yeah, you just really need lockdown for the Void Spirit. I don't want to kill him, but he lives into the arrow. Oh my god. How do you keep giving that to Lil though? How do you keep giving the arrow to Lil?
I mean, you have to give away something. And you can't just use Starfall every time you use Arrow or Mirana. Like, you don't have the mana to sustain that. Oh my god, no.
I feel like giving up leap is better than, you know, there we go, that's another free kill. There's so much setup for the arrow and then the themselves. With all the roots from the Underlord, it's
Radiant's
just
middle barracks are under attack.
not even hard for Lil to play this right now.
There is nothing.
Surely give over leap rather than
Radiant's
arrow.
middle barracks has fallen. Radiant's middle
Sure.
barracks has
Last
fallen.
leap here, the roots. More roots.
Radiant's
Well,
top
got the mid
tower
racks,
is
gonna
under
get the
attack.
top racks as well. 3 heals still on the
Radiant's
sidelines. The
top
glyph will
is
delay this a
all
little bit
fortified.
and make them think twice about it. Glyphs that they just don't.
Dyer's
About a minute
bottom
left.
tower is under attack.
There's no reason for them. Not really.
Radiant's
There's
top
access music,
tower has
but
fallen.
I
They
need to
still
take
have
that one
phase.
away because
Dyer's bottom
guess
tower
what?
is
Lil
under
still has the arrow.
I mean, they're just giving their lives away one by one. It's really sloppy.
Triple rush though! The big plays, the buyback coming through! Crystal starts to right click away. They need to get rid of this Underlord first if they possibly can! Oh my god! They can't! Just get
Well,
out. Uber
they've,
pool was full. Still on time.
A soldier's
And again, so they've
fortune.
used meta, but they're not going to get anything from it. Like, Roche isn't up either.
Haste.
Get some of their whole jungle camp.
But it just means now that they know the meta's not up, they can just run at them again on Dyer's side.
Maybe doing that a little bit too early by himself, but he's follow up from last hero. Big commitment here, but maybe an overcommitment. They could lift up on Ran. It's all rooted. They're all stunned.
It's Mirana dead.
Oh my god, the last bit of damage.
I should laugh.
I am laughing.
It's so satisfying to watch in a sense, that last tick just kill a hero. Okay, they have Orb Destruction. That's good.
I don't think minus armor was the issue.
Agreed.
The one thing they've got going.
So now they don't have Exorcism. That's what I mean. HellRaisers were just backing off, waiting for the Exorcism to disappear before they went back in again. Now this DP's not really a hero, apart from a silence in a sense. Because if DP tries to commit here without a BKB, then she's just a range creep, honestly. Oh, Fishman.
At this point, he's just sacrificed himself to try and slow us down a little bit, but not really effective, is it?
You could say that.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Get through top, but these Chrysalis is clearing through the next creep wave, so if they get to kill these, they won't have a wave, but time to at least get top racks.
Are under attack. Radiant's top barracks has
Not so
fallen.
much bottom, I don't think.
Radiant's top barracks
Actor read.
has fallen.
Smoke almost inside the enemy base.
Oh, they want the TB.
I gotta get him. Didn't even bring everyone back. Nongrada's still here together with the Ratio, so...
You know, it's
Soul
sad when
Kill
Nongrad
Fighter?
just charges
Oh.
into the Radiant base by himself with his Centaur creep and just starts hitting the Mirana.
Yeah.
That's,
Almost getting a kill too. The Ratio was like, no, get back, I don't want to die of this by ourselves. And like, and they do, you
Paladin
know? I'm Enchantress.
Yeah, Paladin sword with a life stealer as well. Phonics bringing it over for him.
Livery. I like Lifestealer by himself is a very fun hero. Lifestealer with Paladin sword.
And a halberd.
The halberd.
Radiant's bottom
killing him.
tower is under attack.
Not gonna happen. What if he gets clicked?
He has actually got Lotus Orb queued up as well instead of AC, which is interesting. Obviously, it's really good up against the Silence on the Corrosive Haze and the Overgrowth as well. So he's valuing the Purge more than the raw like armor and damage, which is nice to see.
So far, they haven't had many issues killing people. The arrow will miss from 5 up here. Dirachi just goes straight in. Then you with the Exorcism, the root coming through, trying to slow it down a little bit. But now, Dirachi on the front.
On TV.
Infested into the Underlord, trying to get away. A lot of damage being done, mostly to the Radiant side. Honestly, here's Funnick though. They'll be able to run him down in the end. Dirachi coming out. He's forced to fight right now against the Exorcism. Not sure if that's the best idea, but the rest of Dendy's team is falling one by one. Last year with the extra crush, but now he has to leave. The Thunder coming through though. Chrysalis with a big damage. Dirachi is slow. His armor talking through this so far though. But now he has to run. Don't walk into the arrow. He does not walk into the arrow. The rest of his team is dead. Cost him a couple of buybacks, but finally another good team fight here. 5 up, a couple of leaps forward. Trying to go for the high 5 plays here, but the Ratio is not going to fall for it.
They want him though.
They'll get him too. Does not have rage, does not have anything. Oh, but he does have the juking shoes on. And his quick cast on the armlet, but ultimately bring down a full 5-man wipe. It cost them, what, 1-2 buybacks? On the supports, which, all things considered, is an excellent result for Baited right now.
And look at what they're doing on bait. The Roche is up in 7 seconds. Oh, please check the pit again. Oh no.
Hero, you need to be a hero for your team.
So my question is, if you're HellRaisers there, why did they try and force the high ground bot rather than just taking the second Roche and then going? It's a little bit sloppy. Yes, they're like so far ahead, but...
It's overconfidence trap that you...
Yeah. It is a little bit. And again, they did force the Meta and the Exorcism on the Radiant half of the map, so although they win the fight on the Radiant, they don't get any objectives from it.
I mean, at this point, not getting objectives is pretty much a given how far behind you are. So winning a fight is one of the first steps. Recovery. They need to chain a few more along those lines.
I will say
Need
as well,
to win this
Chrysalis is
Roche fight.
really farmed on TB. He's going, yeah, when he gets this
Yeah,
Daedalus as well, like he's actually going to hit hard, and they don't have good burst damage to kill the TB.
He actually got to place here. He got Thunder off on Lifesteal, I believe. A lot of damage with that. So if that happens, if Indy also gets to freely
Moonlight.
run after people with Exorcism without being threatened, HellRaisers, they need to start off the fights on the right foot. They need to be getting these pickoffs
Slaughter
like
can't
this.
die
But
here.
has the BKB forced out.
Look there.
Not ideal to just waste it like that.
He has to be so careful now without the BKB. They don't have Exorcism. Well, actually, they do have Exorcism back up again now, and Meta as well. There's a DD on the Terrorblade that's just been bottled. This could be massive for bait.
He's well for Denny, but no, he can't get it off because 90 seconds without buyback. He's not ready. Chrysalis is all gonna be on him. Pops the mana, force the fight. Overgrowth keeps him on place. Stolen
Nice,
Overgrowth
stolen.
turns this around. He cannot hit at all with this DD rune. You'll stop. Rooted in place, and hey, guess what? No more DD with the ulti Sunders, but he's all by himself. 5 up, unable to help. Neither is Fishman, and this is it. GG is called. And this is how HellRaisers have been winning every single fight. Just get this instant burst on a, not just a support, but a freaking core hero that you need. Then he goes down instantly, and from there, there's no chance in hell.
I don't
Aiden's
know.
ever gonna win.
That was so weird because the rest of the Radiant side were like sitting on the high ground around the their vision and things, and Dendi was kind of just sat next to the rune, like just on that little high ground, just by himself. And I don't know whether that was them thinking, okay, well, Slardar doesn't have BKB, so if Dendi gets gone on first, that's like our ideal scenario, right? Because Slardar doesn't have the BKB, but they just 100 to 0 him. And then if the DP's not in the fight, you don't have so much of your utility and like your damage coming through from Exorcism as well. Because that silence is too important for the Radiant side and bait to just instantly die there. Yeah, I still don't think bait's lineup was that bad. I don't like the Death Prophet pick last because it pigeonholes them into when they can fight in the game, like with the DP and the Exorcism and the meta. But I think HellRaiser's laning stage and early game was just so much stronger. Like they played the map better, and that kind of, you know, forced the rest of the game in their favor.
Yeah, for sure. Certainly seemed a step ahead of Baited here. Of the game. Maybe not the draft, like we both like the draft from Baited quite a lot. They really got a chance to really execute. But yeah, we'll see if Baited can turn us around, find another approach. If they bad up, they try something. Either way,
0-9.
it's 0-9 right now.
It's not looking good.
We'll see if that changes. For now, we're gonna take a short break though. Stay tuned.